In today's video, we take this worn out Coronet Caravan. Now this project takes a massive left turn and we strip this whole thing down and rebuild it to what's behind me. Let's get to it. All right, just picking up the van. Can't film too much, but just put a new jockey wheel on and some wheels. So we'll get this thing home. Righto, so today we're finally starting this old caravan. Now it is June at the moment. I don't know when you guys are going to see this video. I'm going to try and film this and post it up later at some point. But yeah, this is an old Coronet Caravan we got given for free. I'm going to gut this thing, just see if it's worth actually keeping and see if the frame's structurally any good. So we're going to rip all the cabinets out, rip all the flooring out, get all that out of the way so we can actually see what the bare bones of this thing's like. So I'll just show you guys roughly what we're going to do and yeah, I'll try and record what we can. All right, so we've got all the lino pulled out. And the floor is very sticky. This old stuff must have had a fairly good glue on it, but we can see the floor needs to be sort of attended to there and definitely replaced down there, which was expected anyway, so that's all right. It's a little bit of water damage here, but it looks like it might be savable, so we'll just see how that frame structure looks. But we're going to get this mouse infested disgusting fridge out of here, and then we can pull these cabinets out. No better feeling than destroying stuff when you don't need it. We'll go again. All right, so we got this thing completely stripped out and it has showed a little bit of damage. So we were expecting down the bottom corner here, this is pretty common for vans to be rotted out there. And also this front corner too. So I'd say what's happened is the roof's leaked, it's cracked the seal and it's sort of leaked down, ran down and just can't go anywhere except to rot it out. So yeah, pretty much bare bones now. We can, all this scrap stuff on the floors, got to go in the bin. But it is a little daunting seeing it all pulled apart like this and how much work we've actually got ahead of us because it's all easy ripping it apart. It only took us 2 days. Putting it back together is just another story. Right, so we've skipped through a lot of the work here. We've pulled all the doors and the windows and all that out of the caravan. And internally, you guys would recognise this. We did this a couple of months back. You guys have probably seen it in 20 seconds, but we gutted all this. Now, the original plan was to use this scrap timber I had, plane it all down. I actually got it down to the right thickness and put it all back in. But after talking and looking at this a lot more, I think what we're going to do, we're just going to get rid of all this frame, get it down to the bare floor. We'll even do the floor as well because the floor's rotted and it's really not that much extra work. I know how to work with steel, so we're going to do this all in steel instead and just do small box tubes so it's lightweight. A lot stronger than this wood. We'll tear off the cladding and then get the frame down and then this thing will basically just be a trailer. Righto, so we towed it out next to the old shipping container here. We're going to do some work out on it. So it's very scary looking at it like this, but it's so much better because we can replace all this rotted flooring and stuff. Our frame underneath is really good, in good condition, and it's nice and thick, so we're going to be good there. We're actually going to be able to, doing it this way, we can replace the wheel wells, we can move those, you know, we can do all the flooring, we can get all the old glue off and all this crap here. And we're actually going to extend it, because it was sort of curved, the van, we can extend it out a little bit more. So, and obviously a new drawbar. Alright, so this is how it's looking. It's looking pretty damn good. So we need a new jockey wheel. That's not going to work. That one's actually going to live up the front. Now we can start building up the frame. So we're going to sort of throw that up in the air. This isn't final height. We don't know that yet, whether we're going to leave it at that height or lower it back down. We can actually lower it another 100 mil, 4 inches, by putting the axle on top. And that'll make our wheels look a little bit better, because right now they look too damn small. Alright, so it's about 30 degrees out, and we are up here sitting on top of this roof, sanding down some rusty stuff before the rains come, because I don't want to be doing this a second time. Alright, so I'd say this would have to be the worst part of building this caravan, sanding all these welds down. So I'm leadishing them back like a sanding disc pad sort of stuff, trying not to sort of sand out the center, and it makes it nice and flat on the wall. It's taken all day to get it to this point, but anyway, we're getting there. All right, so I've finally finished sanding this thing, and it's taken every little bit of energy I've got. Started at like 11 o'clock and it's now like nearly 7. So it's all sanded. Now we just got to clean up everything and try and get some more energy, and then wax and grease remove it and paint it, and it's done for today. If anyone says building a caravan's easy or easier, man, sometimes I feel like it'd be easier just to buy one, but anyway, I do enjoy it. Paint for the final time. Getting this van in and out of the shed and up and down the side of the house is a real pain. These little wheels I got just aren't low enough. This thing has just been made way too tall. So we need to do something like this. Need a plate cut, and luckily, boom, there they are. $50 later, these things are cut out of 8mm plate. I'm gonna get these things with some rubber edge banding around it, and we're gonna fit them up and get this van out. There you have it. There's one homemade caravan wheel. All right, so it's guard time. Just getting these things fitted up. Then we'll tech screw it. Then we'll take it off. We'll gal prime these. Then put sealer down and then pot rivet them all on. And that should be a nice flush pot rivet so that we can put the floor over the top. All right, so I got the van moved back into the shed, and we've got the door out because we need to make some room for the door. We need to notch out this section here. That's why we left this unwelded, because we knew we were gonna have to cut this out. Got to cut out over here too and add a brace in. I'll just show you guys sort of roughly a few steps that we're going to do, so that way we can drop the door down, because it would be way too high up to even grab the handle if we left it at this lower height. These are the storage wheels we made as well. It's really gained us a heap of height in the van trying to bring it into the shed, because up the top on the roller door we gained about 20mm before it wouldn't fit. So we've put in a top brace to stop this thing from flexing, cut all this out, So we can drop the door down to probably about this height here. So there we have it. The door is officially lowered about 140 mil. So we cut everything out, we've braced it back down across, nice 45 so nothing fills up full of water. I've ground these welds back either side just so the door will actually fit. We'll get this door in, make sure it fits, and then we can do the rest of boxing in and making all this work. And there you have it. Alright, jump forward a bit. We've got the top brace put in. Steps all completely finished. Got that center brace there put in. Rear stabilizer leg mounts, and we've got the fronts done as well. I hung them up as close as I could to the front so it's more stable. Done a nice little brace there and over there. Just got to paint up the welds. Water tank time. So I've grabbed some straps here, some galvanized strapping. That's the thinnest stuff I could find at the local hardware store. I left it a little late and halfway through the weekend here. So anyway, utilizing what we can get. Some of this rubber, we're going to put that underneath so we don't smash through the tank, and also along the chassis where it's going to be sitting up under. And eventually we'll add some type of bash guard all the way down, but for now I'm just going to do the strap. We'll have to bend this strapping up in the vise and then we'll get them fitted. And then there were two. Got the second one mounted up. I'm trying to keep all the weight over the axle so we can balance this thing properly so we don't overweight our ball weight, our final ball weight. At least we can take some water out, can play with where it's going to sit. So jump forward a few weeks and we're onto the flooring of this van. Now this is where I'm going to cut this video short. Originally, I didn't even know if I was going to post this video. I wasn't sure whether this is something that I really wanted to share or anything, but I think it's really good and it's been a good fun. It's definitely been challenging, but I think this is something good that could help other people out there. There's been a couple of people do this. There's not a whole lot of information on there, and I'm still learning about it all. So I just thought I'll document it and we'll go from there. That's kind of why you didn't see a whole heap of doing all the framework and all that sort of stuff, because I just wasn't sure of what we're going to show on this build and of actually getting this thing. So this was actually free off a friend of mine. We were looking at selling the camper trailer at the time, which we have sold. That was almost 12 months ago. And this thing popped up and I just thought, you know what, let's have a go at it. So all of that was a bit scratchy at the start because I really didn't share much of that or document much of it. So I do apologize for that. But this is a little bit of a jump forward here to the future. You'll see this in the next video. We start cutting out the flooring for the van and getting that prepped and ready to go inside, because this van has to live inside now. Once that flooring is installed, I can't get it out in the rain. Now, one other thing I didn't really show also was these wheel well guards. So we got those fitted up. I sealed the freaking heck out of these things because I didn't want any water coming in. So we've got sealer all inside here. We've got sealer on the outside. They're a bit dirty at the moment. We've got sealer all over these rivets as well. So everything looks nice and neat. I do have to flush cut some of this sealer so the boards will sit down. But yeah, these things came out freaking awesome, and I couldn't have done it without the help of my stepdad. He's a qualified Boilermaker, so that really helped building this thing and tackling this journey. Anyway, I'm going to wrap this mammoth build up here. If you guys like this video, definitely leave a comment down below and smash this video a like. Now, about 80% of you guys have not subscribed or hit the notification bell, so be sure to do that because you do not want to miss out on what we've got to come on this build. Catch you in the next one.